Star of the Week. I'm Nick Marconi here with Steve Taylor, Tom Cole, and Terry Crosby. COVID's been changing schedules and games, but I tell you what, we were still able to get some basketball games in last week, and we pulled some great stars. Tom, Terry, Steve, take it away.
Happy 2022, and thank you, Nick, for the awesome introduction. He is right. We've got a plethora. You like that word, plethora?
I'm in, boss. I'm in.
You know, Tom's always helping our vocabulary around here. You know, plethora. That's a new one today.
I like
one of our favorites, cavalcade.
Cavalcade? Right.
Look it up. Look it up. We'll use cavalcade in the show.
Yeah, I like it.
Right?
I like
And he just said something amazing. What was it, boss, just earlier before we went on the show?
You talking about his tree of useless knowledge? One more branch from TC's tree of useless knowledge.
I was like, where did you get that from? What was it, Tom? Just
Everybody knows that Cross brought up the Munsters, one of his favorite shows. I watched the Munsters. None of you were born when the Munsters was on, but you can get it on YouTube. And Grandpa Munster, who was a cool character, Al Lewis, his real name, his side job was he was an NBA scout for many, many years. So Grandpa Munster in the stands, scouting up the NBA players.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think he probably was in the stands checking out.
We're checking across.
Back in the day.
Grandpa Munster going across. No.
I don't. He shows up in full.
Yeah, full
Well, I tell you what,
regalia.
guys, they never invited me on the show. I wish I would have been invited.
All right, we are going to head into 2022. We're
Yep.
back here. We got a new season kicking off.
Yes.
Taylor Stars, and we've got a great basketball player over at Northview High School. We've got Sean Craig. You got some more information on this young man?
I do, Boston. You know, you've named him a number of times as through the years, the Steve Taylor high school star, and Cross is going to like him. He's a scoring machine. I mean, really, he's kind of in high school. Cross was this way. They're unstoppable. They're when you're coaching against someone like Sean, they're going to get theirs. The only way you beat them, and Cross knows this, the only way you beat them is he's going to get his. We'll shut the other guys down, and that's how it works. He got 30 against Lima Bath. Sean's just a great scorer of basketball.
And you know, one of the amazing things I really like about his game is, as you guys know, you have a scorer and then you have a shooter.
Right.
He's a scorer.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So he can do it from the outside and he goes to the bucket.
Yeah,
So,
that's a great point.
great athlete.
Good stuff. Hey, we're going to stick with basketball, boys basketball, moving over to Central Catholic, where we
Yes.
have another repeat Steve Taylor High School star. We got Michael Greenlee Jr., another outstanding basketball player.
Yeah, it's repeats today for us, but Michael's a very good player. Central has a Coach Floyd, an SJ gentleman who is an incredible player at SJ, now doing a great job coaching at Central Catholic, and he coaches just the way that Ed Heinzel coached and Mike Schoen coaches. It's team basketball. He passes the basketball. Michael's not scoring a ton of points. He's got 14,
Right.
but he's distributing the basketball, so he's a real star.
Yeah, and it was a great win, 71 to 66 as well. And another supporting cast, great player. I think it's maybe only his junior year, Isaiah Brenneman, Christian Brenneman's son. So yeah, congratulations to him as well.
Good team over there at Central.
Yes.
Got to watch out in a tough track league, as always.
Yeah.
Cool. We're going to move over to Notre Dame Academy, where we have Dakota Smith, another awesome basketball player. We're hot and heavy in the basketball season, so we are highlighting a lot of these
Yes.
kids that are throwing up big numbers.
And as Nick said, you know, COVID unfortunately is changing schedules, but people are getting through it and they're scheduling games, and you know they'll get through it. But Dakota scored 15 the other night. Notre Dame has a history of great basketball. They're always in the tournament. They always make a tournament run. But Dakota, I mean, if I was coming back as a basketball player, you know, man or woman, boy or girl, I'd want my name to be Dakota. Dakota Cole. I'd be in there. I wouldn't be any good, but the name is cool. And I thought Crosby maybe a comeback for you. Dakota Crosby.
That would be perfect, absolutely. But I think at this stage of my life, we just focus on Dakota.
Good call. Good call. And with that, we're moving on, and we're going over to Ayanna String, who's another repeat, just an amazing basketball player, you know, done so many great things on her team, but you've got a story here?
Yeah, it is, boss. Ayanna's a great scorer of the basketball. She leads the Blue Racers. You know, I always use the saying or the pun that she's got the basketball on a string.
Yes.
And, you know, Cross knows what I'm talking about. Some people, when they're playing basketball, Terry was that way, the ball is an extension of their hand.
Right, yeah.
When Pete Maravich played, his dad used to drive the car down like a highway or an old road where nobody was on it, about 30 miles an hour in the summer, windows down, and Pete would dribble the basketball outside the car door. I mean, you know how much you'd have control of the basketball, and he could do it. I mean, he could do it. So she's a lot like that. She controls the basketball cross. It's kind of like on a string for her.
And the way they do it, Tom, is so magical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's natural and it's magical. So congratulations.
That's awesome. She's doing
Yes.
a great job. Hey, I'm sort of in awe. I'm sitting here like thinking about all these stories that Tom's pulling up today.
Yeah.
Where in the world do you come up with Pete Maravich on the road, dribbling the basketball 30 miles an hour? You ever heard that?
First time right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First time
Either
right
he's
now.
just really good at making stuff up, or he does just have so many
Right.
these
You know,
sports stories in his
He's
mind.
a sports encyclopedia. That's
I
what he
think
is.
you're
I
right.
mean,
Yeah,
you know.
he is.
You know, I tell
It's
you, you guys are so much younger than I am, but when I was in college, you know, I watched Pete Maravich
You
play.
mean Steve might be?
Yeah, I watched Pete Maravich play basketball, Boston Terry, and I'll tell you what. To me, it was like an alien that had been dropped down
Yeah.
from another planet.
Yes.
He did things with a basketball. I mean, this was in
Right.
the '60s in college. He did things with a basketball that have never been duplicated, will never be done again. And you had to run it back like 10 times to see that he took it behind his back, through his legs, bounced pass to a guy going to the basket, through the defender's legs, and hit the guy. I mean, it's people don't understand. He was, you know, Magic Johnson. I love
Right.
Magic. Showtime. Pete Maravich was Showtime before Showtime.
Right.
He was unguardable. 44.4 points a ball game in college.
Right.
That on record will never. And that was before the 3-point line.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
right.
calibrate in the 3-point line, they did go back and look at his stuff.
wow.
He was averaging 70 a game.
Wow.
Triple teamed every game, playing people like Kentucky, you know,
Right.
some of the great basketball teams.
Right.
Crosby played in the
Right.
Southeast Conference.
Right.
You know,
Right.
there's nobody ever been like Pete.
Right.
And he owes it all to his dad. For making him dribble when he's
Right.
driving down the road.
Right.
I have a feeling I'll see Terry out here on Lime City Road with a basketball outside the
Might be.
gallery.
And you know, the unfortunate thing about that, sorry, boss. The unfortunate thing about that is, you know, really he doesn't get the credit
No.
that he
Yeah, you're
deserves.
right.
He
No.
really doesn't. But in my opinion,
Oh, man.
I have Pete Maravich hoodies
Yeah.
with just pistol
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I've seen that. Yeah, that's
he's
cool.
been my all-time, one of my idols all time.
Nobody like him.
And he should be ranked in the top 5.
Yeah, he's in the top 50 all-time NBA players, and he's in the Hall of
Yeah,
Fame in
yeah.
college.
Oh, fire.
But if you ever Google him, just Google Pete
Yes.
Maravich on YouTube, his highlight passes, you'll see things that you've
Never
never seen. You know, you'll never see, and you'll never see again.
You know, you mentioned a little bit ago about your age and you're older.
Yeah.
But,
But we got
a birthday, and we'd be remiss if we didn't
Terry
say
Crosby.
happy 75th birthday to old Terry Crosby. I think wasn't he 75?
Yeah, but you know the thing that always got me boss about Cross, you know, everyone knows he's a sharp dresser. You know, he's got the flash, he's got all that going for himself. And he looks damn good for 75. You know, I mean, he does. Cross, you do. You look good for 75.
Well, guys, you know what? Thank you very much, man. I did have a great birthday yesterday. I got you in a little bit in some mischief, but that's okay. You're allowed to do that.
Yes, on
on
your birthday you are.
And I
yes.
feel absolutely great. And I tell you one thing, I really missed being on the show, man.
Yeah.
I was off a whole hour. I had to have some minor surgery done.
Yeah.
I got it done now, so I'm feeling good.
He's
But-
back.
But thank you very much, guys.
He's back.
I
We told him the
appreciate
ratings were down without Terry.
Well, you know, and Nick was kind of hoping that, I mean, I hate to bring it up, but Nick was kind of hoping you didn't make it out of the
Right.
surgery because he'd be in the chair. So, I mean, you know, so that's just.
Well, can I just say something? Me and Boss were talking this morning, and I was telling him how much I really enjoyed being back.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I understand that, but you know, when you're off for that month, our ratings were sky high." So there you go.
Which was it, up or down? We don't know. Nobody will know.
We couldn't do it without you, Cross.
Glad to have him back.
Yeah,
Joe.
we couldn't do it
Thank you,
without you.
thank you guys. I
Hey,
appreciate
thanks
it.
also to Marco's Pizza. As
Yeah.
always, they are sponsoring the show for another year, 2022. So all the athletes
Yeah.
that we mentioned get a free
Yes,
large
they do.
pizza from Marco's. So
And a
thank
picture of
very
you and
much.
Cross saying congratulations, and they get a cutout of the newspaper
They get
ad.
the
So,
newspaper,
yeah,
they get lots of
so it's a
recognition.
great thing. Yeah.
As always, let us know anybody else that you'd like to see recognized on the show. We'd love to see them for 2022. And not just basketball, we're looking at all winter sports.
Yes.
So wrestlers,
Yeah.
we know wrestling's going on out there right now.
Yep.
Swimming and diving. So any sports that are going on, we'd love to recognize those kids. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.